All right, so the offseason is underway, and the Rams are going to make a move here, and they have announced that they are going to release Brian Allen, or that rather, they've told Brian Allen they're going to release him. Brian Allen was born on my birthday, so I always had a little special place for Brian Allen. He was also the first player to ever be tested positive for COVID-19, the active player in the NFL, and that was a big deal at the time. Brian Allen is somebody, when the Rams drafted him in the fourth round, I did think was a little bit of a reach. I had a seventh round pick on him, but he ended up being pretty damn good. And as a matter of fact, he was a Pro Bowl alternate, at one point in his career. He played 50 games and had 32 starts for the Rams and received a 3-year contract in 2022. However, he lost his starting job to Coleman Shelton this past year. And while he was a very much priority backup, the Rams decided to move on from him. So what does that mean? Well, the Rams, according to Over the Cap, are going to incur $4.9 million. They're going to incur $3.1 million in dead cap. They're going to save $4.9 million in cap space. In 2025, that is still going to happen because he has a void in his deal. So that's still going to be void money that the Rams are missing out on. That's $2.1 million in dead cap in 2025. And then 2026, they will also have $1.1 million, in dead money. So why would the Rams do this? Well, Brian Allen is 28 years old. He'll be 29 in October, just like me. Anyway, so he'll be 29 in October. He's a Super Bowl champion. Obviously, he had his way, with this team. He definitely had a role at one point or another. Essentially, he started in the Super Bowl against the Bengals. So that's a big deal. But the problem is, after the Rams paid him 3 years, $24 million in 2022, he was never really what they originally thought he was going to be. Again, he ends up being a pretty solid pick, and they got him. They used the pick that they got for Robert Quinn when they traded away Robert Quinn. So, look, he gave the Rams years from 2018 to now. That's a pretty damn good selection in the fourth round. And I'm excited for him to get maybe an opportunity because clearly Coleman Shelton, had surpassed him. I don't know if they bring back Coleman Shelton. I don't know if this is a sign. Shelton is now an unrestricted free agent, which is important to remember here. But we'll see what ends up happening. As far as the Rams offensive line goes, this becomes a need because the Rams currently do not have a legitimate center that would start day one on the active roster. They do not. And that is okay to admit that. They do not. They could change it at some point, but as of right now, they do not have a legitimate starting center. They have guys that are, of course, on their, futures deals, that's true. I mean, going back to what they did this offseason, in UDFA, going out and getting Mike McAllister, Grant Miller's a guard, but Mike McAllister is a center on the roster. He's just on a futures deal. He wouldn't be expected to start right away. So Coleman Shelton hitting free agency due to the stipulation in his contract. Brian Allen is hitting free agency due to the fact that the Rams are planning on releasing him. So what does that do with the Rams salary cap? Well, right now, the salary cap as followed on Over the Cap, they're at $27.6 million in effective cap space. And now they're going to add about almost $5 million in that. So it would be almost at, a little bit over 32,000. So, 32 million, excuse me. So a little bit over 32 million. This is going to be interesting because if this is a pre-June 1st cut, that is what we're going to see there. There is a potential that they could designate this as a post-June 1st, but they cannot do so until the league season starts. So the Rams could very well go that route, and we'll see if they ultimately do. But looking at, Brian Allen, this is not really a huge shock. He was, asked to, a lot of money there. So it looks to me like he is being released today or just I guess they are releasing him right now. So if that's the case, it wouldn't be post June 1st. It's exactly what I told you. 4.9 in savings, 3.1 in dead cap. There's also dead cap, minimal, but a little dead cap in 2025 and 2026 due to that. So 4.9 added to the salary cap in 2024. That's not a bad thing. That frees some cap space. And again, I don't have any issue with it because, while I like Brian Allen and I did prefer Coleman Shelton when he took over, but while I like Brian Allen, you're not going to pay your backup center that much money. And I don't think he was going to start because clearly if he was going to start that they would have kept him. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments section below. And by the way, I know that there are some people that don't want to click and they don't want to watch my offensive tackle videos. And I understand you're not in the draft mode yet, whatever. Just understand something here. The Rams do have a need still on the offensive line. And this further exemplifies that need. Left tackle, they have a restricted free agent. I think he's the second best tackle on the market behind Tyron Smith. That's Alaric Jackson. He may or may not be back. If the Rams have to match a serious offer, if somebody comes in and tries, say the 49ers, say they wanted him to be their right tackle or whatever, and they offer him a ton of money, I don't know if the Rams would match that. I don't know if they would. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, of course, you have your first and your second round tenders that you could put on him. And then if, somebody, does that and you don't match them, you get a first or second rounder back, will deter teams away from grabbing somebody like that. But right now they don't have a center on the roster. Coleman Shelton's not a guaranteed return, could very well be, paid by another team. He's a very quality center, but they're a lot better on the market. And Kevin Dotson is available right now if the Rams don't sign him before the league year starts. So Kevin Dotson, Coleman Shelton, Alaric Jackson, all testing the market potentially. And Joe Noteboom, he could have the similar fate as Brian Allen. So this is the first of probably many moves moving forward. But we'll see. As for Brian Allen, wish him all the best. He is a Super Bowl champion. No one can take that away from him. But again, I'm curious, what do you guys think about this move? Drop in the comments section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, folks. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.